Hey guys, what up, what up? Welcome back to the At Least a Million mission. Today I'm outside, I'm in a park. I'm in a subdivision of Regina called Dieppe. Wanted to do something different and be outside for this video. Today is Friday, August 3rd. It's a beautiful day in the Queen City, and today I released a record called Industry Snakes. Just hang on here, let me see if I can find a little place to settle in here and talk for a minute about this. I want to talk about the record, why I did it, etc., etc. Okay, this looks pretty good. I don't know why I'm wearing a coat. It's freaking hot today, and I'm wearing a coat. Beautiful day, birds. All right, where's the sun? Over there. All right, this should be good. Okay, found a nice little spot in the park. First things first, it's freaking hot and I'm wearing this. I don't know why I'm wearing this coat. Okay. So, I released Industry Snakes today, and I want to talk a little bit about that record, why I did it, some of the information behind it, etc. Okay, so first of all, the song is called Industry Snakes. Here, I'll bring the graphic up right here so you can see it. Okay, Industry Snakes. And the font is hard to see on purpose because I feel like that's how snakes are sometimes. They blend in and you really got to look close to see them. Okay, so that's why it looks like that, first of all. Now, the stuff that I talk about in this song happened quite a while ago, you know, over the last couple of years anyway. And for the longest time, I didn't really say anything about it. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, whatever, you know. But that stuff happened. It's a part of the story, and I need to tell the story. So, you know, I'm on a mission to make it in the music industry, and those things happened. So I have to tell that story, you know, those stories rather. I tried to keep it classy and not mention any names specifically. And I did that because I know that these people have families and careers and stuff, and I'm not trying to publicly humiliate anybody and send followers over there and stuff, because I know some of you guys would. If you had their social media links or whatever, you would go to their accounts and say stuff and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to keep it classy, tell the story while not humiliating anyone. So listen to the song. I'll put the link in the description and you can check it out. So really, there was some shady things that happened, you know, and basically I was supposed to get this radio play, and I got some radio play, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it, most of the spins were in the middle of the night. And I looked at it, I was like, man, who even hears this? You know what I mean? And basically it did nothing for my career, I gotta be honest. And it probably was like a $55,000 total investment to earn $200 or $300 in streaming revenue. I mean, that's a complete business fail. Anybody, you know, any business you're in, you don't pay that kind of money to get such a low return. And I didn't know it was going to be like that. I never would have done that, you know. And I used a credit card for a big chunk of that money. I sold my house and used that money. And honestly, I feel like these people should have told me. They should have said, no, man, just save your money. Like, this isn't going to really work, you know. That's what they should have done, and we should have put the money somewhere else or something, you know. I don't know how you could go forward with that and take somebody's money when they're in such a desperate situation, and you know that, you know, and you know it's not really going to do much, and you still take the money and spend it, you know. That's what I didn't like about it. And then the one radio guy tells me after, oh, I don't want to tell you this, you're going to get mad. And I'm like, well, what? Just tell me. Oh, well, your manager was actually taking money off of the money you sent. It's like, what? there was no contract for him to have any of the money. The money was supposed to be the budget for the promotion, you know, and then I find out that he's just taking money. He just takes money off the top because he's the manager and he feels like that's what he's entitled to do. Like, that pissed me off. And then I confronted the manager about it, and he says, oh no, that guy's lying, and the other guy says no, it's true. And it's just like, geez, man, this is so all over the place. That's why I think it's kind of snaky, and that's why I called them snakes, you know. I mean, I don't think that the whole time they were out to get me and scam me and stuff or whatever, but the way it was handled could have been better, should have been better, and I never would have even made this song if things were handled better. And another thing that happened was, in episode 10 of this series, I called out the needle drop, and anyone who's been following me for a while knows that the needle drop and I are cool now. And a big part of it is because of that episode, you know. He ended up inviting me on his show, and we did a video together and stuff like that. But anyway, this one radio guy was like, oh yeah, awesome job on episode 10, really good, you know, glad you did that, proud of you, blah, 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 blah. 2 days later, he got some bad feedback on it or something, and he says to me, I can't believe you did that episode 10, you're ruining your career, oh my god, take that video. It's like, really, man? Like, people just flip on you that quick in this game, you know? Like, I feel like you gotta stick to your guns, you gotta stick to your decisions, and I kept that video up. And yeah, this series isn't pretty sometimes, it's not perfect all the time, but that video was important, and I'm not just gonna take a video down because someone has a bad opinion about it, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so there was a lot of that. A lot of back and forth and kind of deceit, to be honest with you. And, oh, well, it's going to take this while, and, you know, whatever. I don't want to go on and on and on and on about it. Moral of the story is, be careful where you spend your money. Young artists out there, okay? Bands. I know bands, singers, rappers, they follow me. There's a lot of people in the music industry that will be like, oh, we'll do this for you, but we need some money, okay? And don't get me wrong. You need money to make it work, right? But when you're talking about big amounts of money that don't actually do anything for your career, it's like, you got to be so careful about that. You know, if I could go back in time, I would take all that money and I would invest it in social media marketing, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and grow my audience that way. I would have grown probably 100 times, maybe 1,000 times more than I did with this strategy of this, you know, paying these guys this $55K. And this is just a few of the examples. There's been a lot of time like that. It's like, oh, pay this guy $1,200 and he'll try to get you in, he'll try to place your music in video games and stuff like that, or pay this guy that, and this guy, it's all the time, and you pay all these people and really nothing really happens. There's been a few that have been good though, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to diss the whole music industry, but anybody in the music industry knows that there are a lot of people that do this, you know. And think about it. If you're offering one of these services and you're working with a whole bunch of different artists, are all those artists going to get famous from your services? No. So that means that it's not going to work, most likely, you know what I mean? So that just goes to show you, like, if somebody's doing promotional campaigns or whatever and they're doing it for 200 artists, you know, I mean, really, how many of those artists are really going to even benefit from what they're doing? How many times can you do the same thing over and over with a new artist, you know what I mean? So that's why now I'm trying to find my own creative, innovative ways to do my own marketing. And honestly, this At Least a Million mission has probably gotten me way more marketing than all that money did, and I've been doing this for free. Alright, so the recording itself, the song does not have a chorus. It has that voice effect, that snake effect, and that actually happened because the chorus I was going to do, it didn't quite work out. So I was like, just play it or whatever, and then I just started talking. Like, I made that stuff up in the studio. That wasn't even written down. I made those lines up, and some of those lines are actually quotes from people that said those things to me. Like, this could be your year, Curtis. This is going to be your year. You know, they pump you up and make you think like it's going to be all amazing, and then you pay them money and it doesn't work out. It's like, really, man, you know? And then, like, another one is like, you're going to be rich soon. I say that in there because I remember the one manager one time in a phone call, he was like, are you going to make a song called I Am Richer? And that's the kind of stuff they were saying to me, like, you're getting rich, you're going to get rich, you're going to make it, you're going to this, you're going to that, we need more money, da, da, da. And it's just like, man, it's easy to fall into that trap. There's a plane taking off right there. Anyway, it's easy to fall into that trap of like, okay, just a little more money and I'll be there, you know. Like I put that money in because this was supposed to be what the record labels wanted to see. These people said, okay, you need this radio play, and then the record labels will really like that, and you'll get a deal, and you get a big signing bonus and all this. You know, I didn't just do this just to do it. You know, I did it with an end goal in mind, but the goal did not happen. Now the money is gone and the people are gone, and here I am, you know, telling my story a little bit with this particular part of the story. And in fairness, they're not around because I got rid of them all. I didn't want them around anymore. How can you have that kind of a team? One guy's saying this, or one guy's apparently stealing money, and the other one's saying they did, and the other one's saying they didn't. I mean, you can't have a team working in harmony with that kind of an energy. So that's why they're gone. I'm basically done with this now, you know. I'm not going to go on and on about this. Like, it happened, and yeah, it was unfortunate, things didn't work out, but it's not going to cripple me, it's not going to stop me. You know me, I just keep going no matter what, man. And I want to make sure that I end this video on a positive note. I'm moving on to the next thing, you know what I mean? I don't really like focusing on things like this, but when you're making a series that's about trying to make it in the music industry and things like this happen, you have to document it, you know what I mean? So that's why I did that. But I'm going to keep moving forward like I always do. Click the link in the description, check out the song, see what you think. That's the cool thing about hip-hop, is that I can always tell my side. I have a public platform where I can always tell my side, no matter what happens. You know, I know in this game, people are going to try to attack me. They already do. They try to attack me, they try to discredit me, they try to make up things about me, and that just happens. That's just a part of it when you're working toward making your dream reality. There's people out there who don't like that, and they want to try to stop you and stuff. So the good thing is that I'm in the hip-hop business, so I can always tell my side in a track and get my story out there for people to hear. I hope some of you are watching this and just thinking, man, I gotta keep going, working on this thing in my life. If Unkle Adams just keeps going in the face of all of this adversity, surely I can keep going, you know. I hope that's how you guys feel about it, because that's the type of attitude that just cannot be stopped. I mean, how do you stop a person like that? It's like a cork in the water, and every time you push it down, they just pop right back up, and that's how I am. And I don't know if I was necessarily born with that ability. I think it's something that I've developed. I've just developed this attitude where it's like, okay, I still won't stop. No matter what, I will not stop. No matter what, I will not stop. And I just will not be denied. I will not stop. I am the one. I don't care about the circumstances. If the circumstances aren't there, I'll create the circumstances. If the circumstances go bad, I'll learn a lesson from it. I'll flip it, use it to my advantage, and keep moving forward. And I want you guys to adopt that attitude too. This music industry, I don't know, it's got to be one of the hardest industries to make it in. You know, between the fact that everybody can make a rap record, everybody can sing, everybody can make little productions at home and get their songs out there, and the fact that, you know, the music industry took a big decline in revenue. It's on the way back up now thanks to streaming and stuff, but you know, for a while there it was like, geez, man, people were just taking the music for free. Like, we put our heart and soul into this music, and then people were taking it for free. And even now it's pretty hard to make a lot of money on streaming, but it is possible. You just got to get your numbers up, you know. I think that like 7% of the artists in the streaming world make 90% of the revenue or something like that. I don't know, those stats change all the time. So anyways, like, you got to be in the top 10%, and then you can make a lot of money. In other words, you know, don't quote me on that exactly, the stats change all the time, but that's sort of the idea behind it. But anyway, guys, that's the story of Industry Snakes. And check out the song, stream it. It's a beautiful day. Got to keep the positive attitude, got to keep moving forward. And please, I always forget to tell people this, but please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one, guys. I'm out of here.